Hey, what's going on, guys? Let me know if you can hear me properly. There is a solid 15-second or so delay between me speaking and you guys hearing it, so let me know. I'm just gonna ramble to myself for a few minutes just to double check that everything's going smoothly. But it's 8 p.m. over here in Vietnam. I'm literally come over to the office just to record, or just to teach you guys this cool stuff. So I got a really epic presentation for you guys. I don't have a webcam or anything set up today, so you can't actually see me. I'm gonna redo this again sometime. I'm gonna set it all up properly. You guys be able to see it properly, but at least I got some really epic shit to show you guys. All right, so that's something. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes for a few more people to tune in. But let me know, guys, where are you guys tuning in from? Where are you guys based? Always really interesting to see how we have people practically everywhere. I'm obviously here in Vietnam, Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. Here 2 years now. I really freaking love it here. But let me know where you guys are tuning in from. We've got S4 Beats from Australia. Varun, am I saying your name right? Varun from India. Looks good. Thanks, man. Hopefully this doesn't blow up in my face. I've never done anything like this before on YouTube. I've done some webinars, of course, but hopefully this actually works out. We delete the video after the live stream is over. I'll keep this up for anyone that's on here, so it's unlisted, I think. Actually, now it's unlisted, okay? Actually, I'll leave it public for now, but I'll set it unlisted so anyone that's been on it, you guys can access it again, but I'm not gonna... my plan is to redo the whole thing again properly, so I can actually set up like a video, you guys can see me, and just set it all up properly, but I'm lazy and I couldn't be bothered setting that properly this time, among other reasons, okay? What else? We got Corey from New York, Alex from Russia, 9 twice from Miami, Ahmed from 7 p.m. over here. I don't know where that is. Somewhere in Asia, I guess. It's 8 p.m. here. Avinash, if I'm saying these names correctly, from India. Leonardo from Sao Paulo, Brazil. SEO Web Guru from the Netherlands. Awesome. Ahmed from Bangladesh. That makes sense. Cool. Carl from UK. Cool, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna slowly get into it and we'll let some people tune in as well, but basically, as the title says, it's pretty obvious. What I want to talk about today and want to show you guys is how you can go out there and start getting like $3,000 a month clients for SEO from just sending a matter of like a few emails a day, okay? Now, I'm not going to pretend it's super easy. You just copy and paste these emails and you miraculously get clients. There is work involved. You actually have to do shit. Who knew? But I'm going to show you guys how you can actually go out there and do this, the exact process that I'm using, my students using to go out there and really crush it all over the world, whether you're in the UK or in Vietnam or US or Australia or wherever else. It basically works everywhere with students showing results all over the world. And I put together 3 case studies. So I've asked some of my students to kind of volunteer some of their emails, and they're going to show you guys in this training basically the exact emails they sent, the exact responses they got from their clients, how they handled those responses, what happened, and everything like that. So you can see exactly what to actually expect when you start doing this, because the money in this whole shit is in follow-up. Most people will send like one email. They're like, oh, Dara gave me this magic formula. I'm going to send this one email and then everyone's going to throw money at me. And they send this email and nothing fucking happens. So you got to actually follow up. So I'm going to show you guys what to actually expect and how to deal with those situations. So that's kind of the plan for today. What's up, White Hat Legend from American in China. Okay, from China, so America, I guess, kind of. I actually never been to China. It's on my list. I need to go there. I'm going to Japan next week, which is like a huge. It's been like I've been planning on going there for years, so it's really cool to finally actually book a trip over there. I'm going to Osaka for a week or so. We got Okari, if I'm saying your name right. Sorry, I'm from Mexico. Tai from Mongolia. I'm really going to screw everyone's names up, I apologize. Pranav from India. And cool, we've got a few people online now. JL from France. Awesome. Okay, so let me just jump into some of the training. I'm sure a few people are going to tune in a little bit late, but that's their problem. So let's just jump into this stuff, and hopefully you guys can see my screen and everything's not going completely wrong. So we're off to a good start. Okay, so that's basically what I want to show you guys. Basically, I want to walk you through the template. I want to walk you through how to do it, and yeah, I'm going to show you some cool examples and stuff. So let's just jump into some of this cool stuff I got prepared for you guys. All right. So as always, for anyone that doesn't know who I am, let me just show you. Like, I'm not bullshitting here. Okay, if you just happen to come across my channel and happen to see this live stream or whatever, Then here's some actual results from some of my students that have gone out there and done this exact same process I'm going to be showing you guys today. This is Guy Cottrell, went out there and signed 4 clients in 1 week, and 3 of them were from cold emails. Guy is actually a student of one of my programs where we teach this stuff, so we use the exact same process that we're showing you guys today. Perhaps that you can't see my screen. Hopefully, can you guys see my screen? There's like a solid 10-second delay between when I ask this and when everyone responds, but like from my preview I can see everything, so hopefully it's working properly. But yeah, again, there's no video this time. It's just going to be slides, because it doesn't matter, I just couldn't get it set up this time. But I'm going to try to do this again properly next time, and you'll be able to see hopefully myself as I'm talking. Yep, all good. Alright, cool. Alright, so another example. This is Jason here. He got his first client in only 3 weeks of starting this process, or 2 weeks, sorry, had 2 weeks actually. That's even better. So that's another example there. This is Kenneth, who went out there, and it took him 2 months of struggling initially, but then he went out there and closed a client for $3,497 a month. That's just one client, which is pretty epic. That's going to change stuff for most people. There's Chad, and this is just an exceptional. This is like definitely far from normal. Chad went out there and closed $75,000 of deals in a single day. Another example, Steve closed his first client for $1,000 a month. Jared, really cool guy. I met him in Chiang Mai, epic guy, and student of mine as well. Really cool guy. He closed here 5 deals in a single day. That guy's a bit of a boss, so look out for him, alright? So basically, guys, what I'm going to show you guys is this little process right here. And if you guys seen me teach anything before, it's pretty much the same thing. I just added in a few extra case studies, and frankly, even if you've seen it before, just watch this thing, because so many people are going out there and get really epic results with this trainer, okay? So basically, it starts off by you go out there and do some prospecting. You put together a list of people to contact. You send them an email. I'm going to give you the template today and explain why it works and how you can customize it to make it work for you. And then you wait for a response. If they respond, you send them this video, and I can explain what it is later. You book them into a strategy session. You go through this call, and you basically ask them questions about themselves. You book them for a proposal. You go for a presentation. You sign the client, and ta-da, you're making money, okay? Now that's a big overview, so we're going to explain it all throughout this whole training, right? So before we do that, though, this is why I freaking love cold emailing, okay? I know everyone's like all tempted by like shiny object syndrome. There's like a bazillion different things, like, oh, Amazon affiliate, oh, FBA, or this or that. Like, this is why I love cold emailing, guys. You go out there and send, say, 24 emails a day, and I've upped this from my original training, right? So 24 emails a day, not exactly that much work. Over a 90-day period, that's 2,160 emails. If you got just a 5% response rate, then that's like 5 out of 100, by the way, guys. If 5% response rate, that's 108 people responded to your email, and that's, I'm saying good responses. You're going to get the occasional like fuck off and stuff like that. That's just part of the process. You get 5% good responses, 108 responses. You have just 1 in 10 of those people that respond, okay? Because some of them aren't going to be that interested. Some of them aren't going to have enough money to pay for anything like that, but just 1 in 10 of them sign up for your service. You charge us $1,000 a month, which isn't that much money. I'll show you guys how to justify that today. Then you can literally go out there and build a $10,000 a month SEO agency in the next 90 days, okay? Now, I don't know exactly what you're going to do. I don't know how good you can sell or anything like that, but that's basically why I love this shit, okay? Because you can go out there and just send in like 24 emails a day, or like screw it, just double it. Like send 50 emails a day, even 100 if you can. And even if you get half the results, that's what's possible when you actually go out there and do this properly, okay? So that's why I love this versus anything else. We've got to invest tons of money, right? Because to do this shit, you only need like an email address, which pretty much everyone has. You need a microphone, and if you have one built into your laptop, I have a Mac, so it was built into the laptop. Perfect, that's good enough, right? You need a screen recorder. I actually put X is free. I've meant to fill this in later and actually show a specific example of one that's free. I use ScreenFlow, I don't even know, but just Google it. It's free screen recorder, there's plenty of them. You need Ahrefs or some sort of tool to analyze the backlinks, or, and I'll show you how to do this later, or you can have like some sort of on-page analysis tool or anything. That doesn't really matter, right? But that's it, guys. You can basically get away with all of this stuff for free, except for obviously Ahrefs. You have to go and buy that or get a trial for it, something like that, right? But you go out there and spend, how much is Ahrefs? Maybe $100 for a month, and you get paid up front, okay? Not like you have to go out there and spend like $5,000 on this and $10,000 on that and all that sort of crap. You can go out there, you pay $100 for a tool, and you get paid upfront. OBS, so I'm actually using OBS right now, so that works, yeah, definitely. And on that topic, I forgot to record this, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you go out there and you spend like $100 and you get paid upfront. So the client's going to come to you and they're going to give you $1,000 or $2,000, whatever you charge today, and then you use that money to go out there and do the work. That's why I love this, because when you're starting out, you get paid to do the work. You don't have to go out there and buy all these tools. You don't have to set up a PBN. You have to buy all these services, build a team. You go out there and set up a basic website, send some basic emails with an email account, and they come in, they give you money, and they can use that money to get started, okay? And just to put that skeptic at bay, you don't need to be some slick sales guy or anything to make this work, okay? So this is me back in 2010, and as you can see, I was a very, very cool kid, right? I'm just kidding. But seriously, guys, if I was able to go out there and make this shit work, then pretty much anyone can. I'm not exactly the coolest kid in the school, right? So yeah, I just wanted to make that point. Like, you really don't need to be amazing at sales or anything like that. I'm far from naturally any good at this stuff. It's just practice, and frankly, even today, I'm not the best at it, but I have a solid process down. So I'm going to show you guys that in the webinar, okay? So in this webinar, guys, or this live stream, whatever it is, live stream, I guess. I've never done a live stream, so it's weird to say that. I keep saying webinar. Isn't this photo from today? Fuck you. Okay. But what I'm going to show you guys today is how you can go out there and create a lifestyle funding business that pays you to slack off, right? So that's what it's all about for me. Like, I like working hard. I'm a fairly driven person, but I also want to be able to just slack off and play some like PS4 all day and stuff like that, which, like, today I went into the office for a few hours in the morning. I left at like 10, maybe 11 a.m. today, actually, maybe 11 a.m. And this is me first coming back now just for like an hour to this live stream and then go back home again. That's it. Like, I really don't have to do that much if I don't want to. So it's a sort of business that allows you to kind of slack off and do whatever it is you want to do with your time, right? I'm also going to show you guys like my email template. Actually give you guys the email template for acquiring clients, and you can basically just steal this, copy and paste it, anything you want. I'm also going to show you guys how to follow up without being pushy. So I'm going to give you guys some real case studies, real examples, how you can follow up without being that really pushy person. So basically you can get more clients out of this, because most people just waste all their leads. They send an email, nothing happens, they just give up, okay? So I'm going to show you how to overcome that. And of course, I'm going to show you a nerd-friendly sales process. That's more of an insult to me than anyone else. A nerd-friendly sales process that you can go out there and start closing clients over the phone without being pushy. Goes home to play RuneScape, of course. I really did love RuneScape so much. I was massively addicted to that game. I played it for way too many years. It was way too much of my life. But it's like nostalgia looking back on the RuneScape days. That was fun times, all right? But yeah, continuing. So basically the point is, guys, like, why I love this stuff is that you're only 10 clients away from changing everything. When I started out with this stuff, it was only, like, the whole goal was I get to 10 clients to charge them $1,000 a month. I ended up charging more after a few of them, but charge them $1,000 a month, and that's enough for me to, like, basically pack up all my stuff and go travel the world and everything like that. And that's basically what I did. I got to the point where I was making over 10K a month, and I packed up all my stuff and I left, right? Because, guys, if you go out there and charge us $1,000 a month, then that's 10K a month. And to be honest, it's kind of low. You have 10 clients, you should be charging more than that before you get to that point. But even still, 10K a month isn't exactly bad. You can live my lifestyle on 10K a month and I don't live bad, okay? So the natural question people ask me is like, yeah, like $1,000 a month, and if you're just starting out, that sounds insane. When I first started out, my first client was, I think, $50 a month for AdWords management. So I was I was charging very high. So here's how you go out there and charge $1,000 a month, all right? The simple thing is that you need to sell the service to someone that can actually afford to pay that much money, right? It's common sense, but it's just people don't understand it, okay? So if you want to charge someone $1,000 a month, sell it to someone that's going to make $50,000 a month off the back of that, okay? Now, that's probably underpriced if they're going to make that much, right? But a simple example is, would you rather sell your services to a car washing company or a roofing company? Okay, so a car washing company, I just Googled this, right? The average profit per wash, and it's obviously going to vary depending on location and how good the service is and all that sort of stuff and what the specific service is, but the average according to this random Google site is $4.35 per wash, okay? Now compare this to the average cost of roofing, where it says it's between $6,725 to $9,000. Now, do you think you could get a roofing company just one sale a month if you were just half good at SEO? Like, even if you kind of sucked a little bit, do you think you can manage to get them one sale a month, right? Well, that's why I basically just pick good niches, okay? I'm not going to go work for a car wash company when I have to get them, I don't know, hundreds of sales a month just to make the money back. And even then, like, there's a lot of time invested in doing that stuff, so it's really not going to be worth it for those guys. Versus a roofing client where I can just be kind of lazy, be not very good at what I do, and just go send, like, just do a little bit of work, rank a few keywords, and they get one sale, and they made all that money back, okay? That's my sort of client. The lazier I can get away with being, the easier it's going to be. Now, I actually do a good job for my clients. I've always have done, but I like the option to be lazy, and it's easier when it's quicker to deliver results. If I get them one sale, they made their money back. If I get them 10 sales, they're crushing it, and they're super, super happy with my service, all right? So what I did for roofing, I went ahead and looked up some keywords of a site that's ranking, right? And these are just some basic numbers, right? So let's say that there's 500 searches a month. This is in the area of leads in the UK, okay? So 500 searches, if we say roughly that there's like 20.5% click-through rate for being number one, you're going to get about 102.5 clicks. So if we just say 100 clicks, it's nice and easy. If you've got a 10% click-through rate for the site, for a 10% conversion rate on the site, which is okay. Like if you do AdWords, you can get like over 50%, but for SEO, there's going to be some shitty keywords in there and stuff like that. So we'll say 10%. And again, 500, the search volume is probably going to be much higher. We include all the different variations you can rank for, all the different suburbs, different like that. But we'll say 500, and we'll say 10 inquiries out of that, right? So if 10 inquiries, 40% of them buy, then they're looking at $28,000 a month. So if you can go out there and you could rank someone for keywords like roofers and leads, roofers, stuff like that, then you can go out there and, like in this example, make like $28,000 a month, right? Just using the data from Ahrefs. I don't know how accurate this is. I don't particularly care. It's just trying to show you guys a point, okay? So would it be worth it though if you could go out there and pay someone $1,000 a month and they would bring in $28,000 for you, right? You think you would be happy with that investment, right? So that's what it's all about for us. It's just about going out there and ranking for keywords and getting clients basically where it's absolutely no-brainer for them, right? Anyone in their right mind would give you $1,000 if they got $28,000 back, right? So my approach is slightly lazier, okay? So obviously like ranking for like roofers and leads is cool, but it's a little bit more competitive than the average sort of beginner I can kind of go for, right? So rather than doing that, I'm going to go for keywords like this, right? And I don't know leads as well. I've never been there in my life, okay? But from Googling, it said that these areas are in or around leads, according to Google. So correct me if I'm wrong, right? But you can see there's areas like Morley, Pudsey, Weatherby, Garforth. I'm probably pronouncing all of them wrong. I have no idea. But these are basically areas around leads, right? So what I'm going to do is rather than going for like roofers and leads and all the bigger sort of city terms, I'm going to rank for these ones that have search volumes of like 10 and 20 and some of them are NA, right? Because personally, I believe they're usually much higher than this, so I don't really trust these tools. They're usually much higher than what they show. And the reason I'm going to go after these terms is because, guys, I need like one sale a month and they're going to make, what, like $7,000, right? So if I rank for all these terms, and even if it's a tiny amount of search volume, it's gonna add up to some sales, right? And then over time, I'm gonna slowly start ranking for the one that leads, which is gonna bring in the serious money, and they start making $28,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month or more off of that keyword, right? But as I'm building it up, I can go out there very quickly, and all I do is I create a basic landing page for each of these. So just be like company.com/Morley or something like that. Have a page dedicated just to this area. And honestly, this stuff ranks super easy. We already have existing clients, so you sign up a client, and they've already got an existing website. It's already ranking pretty well, or at least has some traffic and everything on it. literally just create these pages, add a link from the homepage, and point a few links to them. They rank super easy because how many people are actually deliberately trying to go after these keywords? There is a few people in this niche doing it, but there's very, very few, okay? So it's very simple to go out there and start doing that, right? And the simple fact is, guys, if you get just 30 visitors a month to this site, right? Just 30, so you out there and rank for the super low competition keywords, you get just 30 visits a month to your page, right? It's not exactly much traffic. With a 10% conversion rate, that's going to be free leads, okay? And if 40% of them purchase, and we say the average purchase value is $7,000, then from just 30 visitors, you're going out there and generate $7,000 for them, and they've paid you like $1,000, okay? So that's one of the easiest ways of going out there and massively justifying the investment very, very quickly if you pick a good niche, okay? So pick something where they're going to make at least $5,000 sale for every sale, okay, for every customer that they bring in. And that's just going to make it so much easier for you rather than messing around with these like $20 niches and stuff, okay? Now you can, obviously, there's exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, if you get a good client, they're going to make thousands of $1,000s. It's going to make your whole work a lot easier, okay? So a few examples. I like home improvement type stuff, but there's tons of examples. So I'm usually doing more pay-per lead stuff these days. So rather than charging like a flat $1,000 a month retainer, but just being honest with you guys, I'm going out there and charging them, hey, pay us $100, pay us $200, pay us $50 for every phone call we generate you. There's a little bit more risk on me, but then I can scale each client to thousands and thousands, maybe even over 10K a month, right? And that's just, it's just better when you know how to deliver the actual service and you're happy to run ads and everything like that, okay? But a few examples here, landscaping, very, very good niche. They can make huge money in the right sort of client. Dentists, I just went and signed up to basically pay a dentist thousands of $1,000s myself, so they make some serious money there. Plastic surgeons, cosmetic surgeons, anything like that. Swimming pool installers, okay, there's thousands of dollars there. Roofers, of course, any sort of like plant machinery hire, anything like that, right? Any of these sort of things, they make really, really good money, okay? So that's kind of how I target niches, and literally just go out there and find a client in one of these sort of niches, and they're gonna make so much money that it's a no-brainer to go out there and just pay you money, right? It's absolute no-brainer. If you trust the person can deliver a good service, they can actually deliver the results, it's illogical not to give someone $1,000 a month to go out there and do this stuff, right? So with that said, why is it then that everyone really, really sucks at doing this stuff, right? Myself included, for a long time, I could not get clients. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I was like, I'm gonna get these 10 clients, I'm gonna like pack all my stuff, I'm gonna go travel, and honestly I just like flat failed. I set up like a fancy website, I made it really cool, nobody visited it, but it was a really cool looking website. I did some like Facebook ads, I did some LinkedIn ads, I sent some open mail stuff, I sent some emails, right? I screwed up all this crap, okay? Reason being is that most people have this problem, okay? They have an empty calendar, right? And if you want to grow a client SEO business, you want to make money from clients, you want to make money from having an SEO agency, the only way you make money is if your calendar is full, okay? That's it, right? If you're not speaking to people, you're not making money. It doesn't matter if you're the greatest SEO in the world. That does not matter when you deal with clients. All that matters is your ability to sell, okay? Now, you can hire a sales guy, or you can hire like a back-end guy, it doesn't matter, but you need someone in your company that can sell stuff. Otherwise, you don't get paid, okay? So how do you fill your calendar, right? That's what I want to talk about in this webinar. That's what it's all about, right? So obviously there's cold calling. And cold calling is pretty fucking terrifying, okay? I don't normally swear, actually, but I tried cold calling in the past, and it was terrifying, I'm going to be honest. It actually wasn't that bad when you start doing it, but just the anxiety of, like, before you pick up the call is pretty scary, okay? Or you can do, like, Facebook, LinkedIn ads, okay? And that works. I got clients out of that. But if you don't have $1,000 plus to invest today, then good luck with that, because it takes time to get that campaign working properly, okay? So that can work, but it's quite expensive to get started. You can do podcasts, okay? You can come on, maybe not my show because it's not the best audience, but you can go on different podcasts and stuff like that. You can position yourself as an expert, you can teach some cool stuff, and then basically clients come to you. That works definitely, but you need to slowly position yourself as an expert. Basically, it takes time to build it up. You can do word of mouth. That's about the best, most effective way of getting clients, in my opinion. But you need to have some clients first before you can start getting those referrals, right? And you can do Upwork, which is another great way of getting clients, but you still have to kind of wage for all the crap, because on Upwork, most people want like cheap services, like, yeah, I have a $200 a month budget, a $500 a month budget, and stuff like that, right? So how is it I go out there and get clients, right? And just get straight into the cool stuff, okay? So here's what I do, guys. I search for businesses that I'd actually like to do work with. Like, who knew, right? So I'm going to go onto Google, I'm going to search for like roofers and leads. I'm going to skip past the ones that are on maybe the first page or the top half of the first page, something like that. I'm going to go onto directories and stuff like that. I'm going to have a look on association websites and stuff like that. I'm going to go out there and find businesses basically that I'd like to work with, right? And then I'm going to go out there and send them a cold email, okay? That's basically what I do, and there's a lot more to it, okay? But let's just get into it, right? So this is the cold email template that I'm using. This is actually my brother. He's 17 years old, and I showed him, actually I didn't even show him this approach. I showed him a video where I was teaching you guys this approach. He watched it, and within the first day he sent like 25 or 30 emails. He just like went out there, just immediately just started sending those emails, which is really cool. I even asked him to do it. He just saw my lifestyle and everything like that and kind of wanted to copy and follow suit, okay? So this is the email, and you guys can read it. It says, "Hi Ricky," and this is actually a real email he sent out to someone, okay? I came across your website today when searching for roof in London, and noticed that you don't show in the map section, and number 33 in the organic listings. That's a lot of calls you're missing out on. So I made you a video showing you why your top 3 competitors are ranking you. There's competitor 1, 2, and 3. Actually gives a link to their URLs, right? Are you the right person to send this video? If you are, please reply to this email and I'll send you it. Otherwise, just let me know. Have a great day, Liam. Okay? That's his email, okay? Now, this one actually worked out pretty good, okay? So, not bad at all. So what happens is this guy, Ricky, he responds saying, "I am." Very short email, but that's it. He just says, "I am," okay? So my brother goes ahead, like, cool, and he records a video for this guy and sends it over to him, okay? So if you look back on the email, what's very clever is we're saying, "I made a video showing you why your top 3 competitors aren't ranking you." And look how personalized this is, by the way, guys. It's the name at the top, like Ricky, right? We mentioned a keyword, roofing in London. We mentioned that he's not ranking in the map section. We mentioned that he's number 33 in organic listings. We mentioned the top 3 competitors for him, right? We mentioned all this stuff. We say, hey, we made a video for this guy, right? And what happens is he goes ahead and responds, and then we actually go ahead and record this video, right? So then he's like, okay, I am, and then Liam, my brother, goes ahead and says, "Hey Ricky, here's the video containing the secret to ranking on the first page." Not really a big fan of how he worded that, but nonetheless, it's pretty good. He's 17 years old, right? So then he goes ahead and records this video, and honestly, guys, there's nothing too much to it. I have another training on how to do it step by step, but basically, guys, it's sends over a video. This one's 4 minutes long, right? It's on a landing page. It looks something like this. Basically, you have a headline like, "Ricky, here's the problem with your website. Here's the problem. Here's how your competitors are ranking you," whatever, like that, right? And the video is embedded. He uses Vimeo for this, okay? And then below it is a little link that says book a strategy session, and you book that, and it schedules time instantly into his calendar using schedule once or anything just like that, right? And basically, what the video is just him walking through this little thing. So the thing I like to do in my videos is I like to have one core focus that is kind of selling them on. So rather than saying you have like 50 bazillion problems, I like to say, here's your one difficulty, here's the one problem, and here's how to fix it, okay? So I usually use backlinks as my example because it's much easier to make them understand, okay? So here's what I do. I say, hey, I came across your website today, and I was looking on this directory or whatever else, right? And I saw that there was this really big problem that these competitors are basically outranking you. So if you go ahead and search for leads, roofers leads or whatever, right? And if you have a look through this, like over, I don't know, 1,000 people a month are searching this, right? And I can't see your business unless I come all the way down here, click to page number 2, and then scroll down. It's still not here, actually. It's all the way back on page 3, actually, right? And nobody's really going to do it. Nobody's going to scroll through all this stuff, right? And right now, these companies, and I show the companies, are coming up number 1, number 2, number 3, right? So I was kind of curious why these guys are just like so far ahead of you. So I had a quick look into it, and I figured out what the reason was, right? And then you jump into Ahrefs and you show them, well, these guys have, say, I don't know, 200 referring domains, and you only have 50, okay? And they explain what referring domains are, what backlinks are, show them the actual backlinks, stuff like that, and it just kind of shows them a reason. Now, there's more reasons to it than just backlinks usually. Obviously, on page is probably even bigger factor a lot of the times, right? But I like to show them one simple thing that they can understand. If you try and show them all these different things, it gets confusing. I like to show them one thing that they can instantly see the video and they can instantly see a result in their head. They watch it and they're, okay, that makes sense. So if I just get more of these links, then I can beat them, right? I want them to have that sort of visualization, and it makes it very, very easy to sell, okay? So that's what I do. And then I basically introduce myself. So something along the lines of, like, as for, like, you're probably wondering, like, who is this weird guy recording this video? So let me just introduce myself. Well, my name is Darryl Rosser, and I run this agency, and we basically help businesses like so-and-so do X, Y, Z, right? And you introduce yourself there. And then the call to action is very simple. Like, look, if you'd like me to map out a plan for how you can go out there and fix this, how you can go out there and get more links than your competitors, go ahead and click the little link below this video, and you can schedule a time in my calendar. There's absolutely no obligation to buy anything like that, but I'm gonna help you to give you like a full step-by-step plan of how you can start beating those competitors, getting more links just like they have, walking you through exactly what your competitors are doing, how you can do the same. And again, there's no obligation if you don't have to pay a penny. And the worst case scenario, you get a completely free plan, you can take it away and do it yourself, right? It's kind of like a call to action, right? Nice and simple, okay? So he sends them the video, and the guy actually just, like, this is like 1 in a million, okay? This doesn't happen that often, okay? Most of the time, you're gonna have to follow up, right? But in this example, my brother sent him the video. This is a 17-year-old kid, okay? He's 17 years old. He sent the video. The guy watches it, either doesn't realize he's 17 years old or just doesn't care because it sounds like he knows what he's talking about at least, which is epic, right? So he sends him this video, and Ricky replies saying, "Hi Liam, could you please call me tomorrow at 11 a.m., okay?" Now, my brother obviously isn't fully booked tomorrow because he's 17 years old. He doesn't have anything better to do, especially in his summer holidays when this was happening, right? But he was traveling home, so he was visiting me in Vietnam. I flew him all the way out here to come hang out with me for a couple of weeks, and he had to fly home, so his flight was on the actual day. So he rescheduled it, and yeah, it's like, I'm fully booked, scheduled it for Friday, 11 a.m., perfect. The guy showed up for the call. It went okay, but he couldn't close the deal, okay? No big deal, he's 17 years old, but not a bad attempt, right? And basically, he started doing this all because he understood this one little idea, right? He sends just 24 of these emails a day, and that's 2,160 over a 90-day period. If just 5% of them respond like Ricky saying, hey, yeah, I'm the right person, like, send me that video, then he goes out there and sends those guys those videos. If just 1 in 10 of people that watch the video, just like Ricky did, respond and end up signing up at $1,000 a month, and that's $10,000 a month in the next 90 days, right? That's what it's all about. It's all about that consistency, and of course following up. So let me show you guys some examples. I've got another case study here, okay? So this is Kenneth, okay? Kenneth Fong is a student of mine, a really cool guy also. He's from California, and here's basically what he did. So this is a real client, so I had to blur out the information because this is a real client, and like I don't think he appreciate me sharing all the information about who his client is, okay? But basically you can see here, hi Dr. Rosen, I came across your website today when searching for plastic surgery in location, and notice you didn't show in the map section and are not on the first page of Google, right? So what's he doing here? He's using the exact same template. He says, that's a lot of calls you're missing out on, so I made a video showing you why your top 3 competitors are ranking higher than you in Google, your competitors showing up more than you in Google, and then 1, 2, 3, list them. I'll show you exactly what you need to do to update your site. You shows a screenshot of the site, so it's slightly modified, but basically the same thing. Are you the right person to send this video? If you are, please reply to this email and I'll send it to you. Otherwise, please let me know. Have a great day. Right? Are you guys following me? Is this interesting enough? Do you guys want to see what happens after Kenneth sent his email? Let me know in the chat section. I'm going to quickly grab a drink of water. But yeah, let me know, guys. There's a little bit of a delay, but I'm curious if you guys are actually following on, if this is actually helpful at all, alright? Let me know. Alright, cool. I have no idea if you guys actually heard anything I said yet. The delay is really, really annoying. Okay, interested. Okay, cool. We go. Okay, cool. Alright, so let me show you guys what happened next time, okay? The delay is really throwing me off. It's hard to gather responses, okay? So what happens is this guy again actually responded saying, hi Kenneth, yes, I'm the right person. Please send me the video, okay? Thank you. So that's actually pretty cool. Again, I'm saying this specifically that doesn't happen every time, okay? A lot of people you send this video to aren't gonna actually respond, okay? It's not always gonna happen, so you're gonna have to do some follow-up, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that later, okay? Jordan asked, do you think the snapshot of the site is needed? It's not really. We don't usually do that most of the time anymore. We did play around with it. We didn't really find that it added that much benefit, but play around with it, test it for yourself. It's really going to depend on the market, right? But yeah, this guy responds saying, hey, send me the video. So again, now that he's actually responded, then he records the video and then he sends it over to him, right? So he says, hi, Dr. Rosen, sounds great. Here's your video audit, and it's on his website, leadtagger.com/the business name. Please check it out and let me know what you think, okay? And again, exactly the same as before. He sends him a video. It sends him a web page and a video, right? It says website audit for Dr. Rosen. It has the video embedded. This time we just used YouTube. And you have below it says schedule a strategy call, and it says pick a time, right? It schedules it. I think you use Calendly or something like that, and that's basically how that works, right? Do the follow-ups count as the 2,130 emails you sent? No, they don't. Okay. For the follow-ups before the response, so what happens is we have scheduled follow-ups automated that go out. So we send the initial email, and basically after that it automates, I think, like 4 emails, something like that. So if they don't respond, they automatically get these 4 emails. If they do respond, then we send them a video audit, and then it's a manual sort of follow-up process from there, right? Dara from Leicester, which is extremely close to Corby, just wondering if it's still worth trying this in the same area if your brother sent it review already. Absolutely, man. Definitely try it. Like, you can tweak it if you want, but most people haven't really, like, I've shared this with tons and tons of people, and most people never send any emails. They have too much, I don't know, fear of it not working or anything like that, right? What do you show in the video? I already mentioned it. I kind of showed it before. Just watch the replay stuff when it goes up, okay? So anyway, he goes ahead, sends this landing page, and the video looks just like this, okay? What happens next? Well, this is what's going to happen most of the time, right? He sends him the video. He's super excited. He's like, I'm going to get this client, and nothing happens, okay? Like, he sends a video, nothing happens. The guy doesn't respond, just blank, right? So what does he do? Well, he doesn't give up and throw the lead away like most people do, right? So he actually sends him another email. Hi, Dr. Rosen, a follow-up to ask if you had a chance to view the video I made for you. Here's the video again, links to it once again. Please let me know what you think of it, and if you have any questions, okay? Nothing again. Nothing, no response whatsoever to the video audit, to the second email, to follow-up email. So he tries again, right? Why not? Why would you throw anyone that's put the hand up that said yes, I'm interested, is a hot lead, okay? So the last thing you want to do is throw those leads away, okay? So he sends him another email. Hi, Dr. Rosen, hope you're doing well. Were you able to view the video I made? What are your thoughts on it? Thanks, Ken. Okay? And how many times do you follow up on each email? It's really going to depend. So if they haven't expressed interest, we have 4 automated emails, I think, that go out. And I'm not active. Yeah, I think it's 4 we have these days. So it's 4 that go out after the initial email that basically just automate it. They just automatically go out and say, like, hey, would you like this video audit? Would you like me to send this, right? And then after they've expressed interest, they said yes, like we are interested in seeing the video audit, then we respond a lot more after that. We'll mix in, we'll send them phone calls and all sorts of stuff. We'll mix phone calls and all sorts of stuff, okay? Those people that are kept on our list, we're just going to constantly just go ahead and follow up with them because it's just important. Like, if they've said yes, then they're good leads, okay? What email automator, what are we using? We're using Mailshake right now. Mailshake is for the initial emails, and so the initial email that goes out says, would you like the video audit? And then the follow-up, like 4 times after that, is Mailshake. That's what we use, okay? So, yeah, he sends it again. Hi, Dr. Rosen, hope you're doing well. We were able to view the video. What are your thoughts? All right, so this is the 3rd follow-up now, okay? Finally, this guy goes ahead and responds, okay? So finally, he responds saying, hi, Kenneth. I did take the time to watch about half of the video. Then I stopped to go and start working on my site. I can follow all the things you are mentioning. I just do not have the time to implement everything, okay? So that's awesome, right? Kenneth goes ahead and responds, like, great, like, basically just push him to schedule a call, right? Some people are mentioning, like, Rebump and BuzzStream. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't used them personally, but I know of them, so I'm sure they work great too. That's awesome. But yeah, so basically just push him for a call, right? I'd be happy to help with implementing all the things. Are you free to jump on a call this week, okay? They schedule in. Let's talk tomorrow at 1:15 p.m. if you're available. Sounds good. Confirming the details, very, very basic. I just thought I'd throw it all in here so you guys can see basically step by step what exactly happens, okay? And there you go. This guy, Ken went ahead and signed the client, $3,768, and I don't know what the 2 cents about, but hey, celebrate that 2 cents, man. So I think it was $3,500 a month in the end. Actually, I don't know what the extra was for initially. Maybe there was a little bit extra work initially, but I think it was a $3,500 a month deal in the end. So that's cool. Sheikh said, something about can't send 200. I wouldn't send 200 emails a day. Okay, I think he's asking about sending 200 emails a day. Don't send 200 emails a day. Personalize them a little bit. Don't just mass spam. I'm using the example in this of sending 24 a day because people always complain about my numbers. So this just made it even worse. I used to say 12 emails a day, just like 24. I think everyone, if they really want to, can send 24 personalized emails a day. Okay, so that's another example there. Now let me show you guys how to actually close the clients over the phone. So once that lead comes in, once you get them on the phone like Kenneth did, what exactly do you do at that point, okay? So if you remember back to this little thing here, right? So what we've covered so far, you've gone out there and done some prospecting, right? You found some people on Google, you found some people on directories, wherever else, doesn't really matter. And you've sent them this fake video order email. You sent them this email template, and rewatch this video. I have other videos on my YouTube channel as well on how to do this stuff. Right, you sent this video, fake video order email out, right? The response is, yeah, I am interested, I am the right person, send me that video please, right? So you stick it on the landing page, you record it, you send it over to them, and they watch it, and either they book in a strategy session themselves, or they basically you follow up after that, and then you email them and you schedule it in afterwards, right? But anyway, you get them onto a strategy session. Then you do the strategy session, then you deliver the proposal, then you sign the client, right? So let's talk about the strategy session next, okay? So the strategy session is basically a qualification call, okay? I say strategy session because I don't want to say to the client, this is a qualification call. I want to qualify you to see if you're a good fit for me to take money off of you, okay? That doesn't really sound too appealing to the client, okay? So I'm going to say a strategy session instead, where we're going to map out a strategy for basically helping you out and growing your business and getting ahead of these competitors. Do you have a plugin for people to book in strategy sessions? I'm using Schedule Once, and I think Calendly is another solution, and there's a whole bunch of others. I think I think You Can Book Me is a free version, and I don't know, there's loads and loads of them. Just Google it. I'm using Schedule Once, which is paid. It's like, I don't know, $12, $20, something like that a month. It's super cheap, okay? But basically, the purpose of this call is not to sell someone on your services, okay? It's to qualify them to see if they're a good fit for your services and to find out how exactly you can help them out, okay? So I'm going to ask them questions like, how many new clients can you take on per month, okay? Now, this is a question that is kind of making them think kind of positively. They can do a lot of work, but it's also interesting because if they say, I can take on 3, or 4, maybe you can maybe that's not a good fit, okay? Maybe it's not really going to be worth it for you to take on a client that's not really interested in growing. I want a client that's dude, send me as much as you can get, and I'll grow my business to handle it, because that's what I'm interested in doing. I'm interested in expanding to new area, building out my team, going national, whatever. I want someone that's ready and willing to scale, okay? That's my ideal client, okay? Another question would be what is your average client worth to you over a lifetime, right? This is a situation-based question. I want to know what the situation is right now, okay? So what is the average client going to spend with them, right? That helps me figure out how much money I'm going to make them and how much value I'm adding to their business, okay? So maybe that the client pays the upfront, maybe $500, but over a lifetime period of them purchasing from your client, from this business, right, they're gonna be worth maybe $6,000 or $8,000, right? So if you just judged it on the initial $500, you'd think that they're not making that much money, but in reality, they're actually gonna make $8K off the back of that, right? So you need to ask them these questions so you actually know more about the business and know exactly if you can help them properly, okay? Another great way of doing it is, what would your ideal result be from working together over the next 12 months, okay? So again, what do they really want, okay? So what I'm trying to figure out here, and this is, make it very simple, they do not give a crap about SEO, okay? Nobody ever woke up in the middle of the night just thinking damn, I need to get me some rankings, I gotta get me some traffic on my site, right? What are they actually thinking? They're thinking that they want to get more sales, they want to grow their business, they want to even deeper than that, right? Why do they want to grow their business? Well, maybe they want to hire someone so they can stop working 12 hours a day and actually have some help running their business. Or maybe they want to have more like vacation time or holiday time, because I'm English and I don't know why I said vacation. But things like that, right? So what exactly do they want? And if you can dig into that and find out what they really want out of this, then you can actually sell them that, right? So rather than saying, oh, we can get you #1 rankings like everyone else does, you can build you backlinks because nobody cares about that crap, right? You figure out what they actually want, and then you can offer them that, right? And if they don't qualify, someone asks, what do you say if you don't qualify? Usually what I'm going to say is, hey, like, I'm not sure that we're going to be the best fit to work together, like, just being completely honest, but I'd love to refer you to someone else. And they're just asking for some information and refer them to someone else. I'm just going to be upfront with that. Some people might not like it, might not take it the right way, but what's the point? Like, I have to tell them straight. I'm not going to pretend and string them along or anything like that. I'm just going to be straight up with them. Will there be a replay of the stream? Dude, I'm planning on redoing it again and trying it again. I'm going to try and like show my video and everything like that so you guys can see me. It's not going to be very interesting. I'm just sitting here talking, but that's it. But yeah, so this is the qualification call. You ask them a bunch of questions like this, and you basically figure out if exactly you can help them. And then basically you just schedule them in the end of it. If they're a good fit, you say, hey, great, like, you sound like a perfect fit for our services. Would you like me to map out a plan for what you need to do to achieve XYZ goal, okay? And XYZ goal is whatever they said they want to achieve, okay? So if they said, like, I want to go out there and, I don't know, hire a new person. I want to go out there and expand into an area. Great, would you like me to map out a plan for how you can start, like, beating your competitors and actually build up your business enough where you can hire the extra person, where you can expand into this new area, where you can do whatever it is they want, more so than just backlinks and rankings and stuff like that, because we're SEO nerds. We may love this stuff, but most people don't, okay? So that's basically what you say. You push into a proposal. The proposal is super simple, guys. You just say, hey, here's what you need to do. Here's the plan. And you actually walk them through a plan. And then, hey, would you like me to implement all this for you, okay? So 2 tools for this, guys. Join.me, completely free tool. You don't need to pay for it. And it doesn't actually have to be an iPhone. It can be any sort of phone. I use Skype personally because I live in Vietnam and I've been living in Southeast Asia now for 3 years, which is insane actually, but that's true, okay? So basically I walk them through a presentation. It's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a mixture of on-page SEO, we're going to do a mixture of backlinks and conversion rate optimization, okay? And here's how this backlinking thing works. Here's what it does, right? It's anchor text, it's top of a web page, blah, blah, blah. I walk them through basically what exactly it is we do step by step. I don't particularly care if they remember any of this after the call. My whole approach is I want to educate them so they know that I know what I'm talking about, okay? That's basically my whole approach, and not like, I don't really care that much if they remember any of this crap, okay? I just want them to think that, damn, this guy knows what he's talking about, right? That's my way of proving my expertise by teaching something, okay? So I go through this whole presentation, I show them the backlinks they have, their competitors have, I analyze it with them, everything like that. It gets to the end, I'm like, hey John, like, we can implement all this for you for only $1,500 a month, and we're ready to get started right now, like, ready to get started today. Who do you want me to address the invoice to, okay? And that's just a super, super simple close. I don't do anything fancy, I'm not a hard closer, but just by the sheer fact that at this point I spent 20 minutes on the phone with them, qualifying them, asking them about themselves. I know exactly what it is they want, I understand them. Then I spent another maybe 45 minutes or so on this call, going through the whole presentation, presenting to them exactly the plan of how we're going to solve the problems, exactly how we're going to hit their goals, and then they're going through this whole thing. And then it gets to the end and just have a nice soft pitch. It's like, hey, who do you want me to address the invoice to? People buy this stuff, okay? It works really, really well, and it converts extremely well at this point, okay? So let me show you guys a third example of someone that went out there and closed a client doing this exact same process, okay? Again, back to the cold emailing, right? So again, this is Daniel. He's a student as well, really epic guy. And here's what he sent. He said, Dr. So-and-so, these guys are both targeting doctors. He's going for chiropractors, this one. And I came across your website today when searching for chiropractor somewhere in California, and noticed that you don't show in the map section and on page 2 in the organic listings. That's a lot of potential patients. Good choice of words there if he's contacting doctors. That's a lot of potential patients you're missing out on. Screenshot of the webpage. So I made a video showing you why your top 3 competitors are ranking you. Competitor 1, 2, 3. Are you the right person to send this video? If you are, please reply to this email. I'll send you it. Otherwise, just let me know. Have a great day, Daniel. Okay? Exact same email. Guess what happens, guys? Nothing. Okay, the guy does not respond. Who knew? People actually have the tenacity to ignore our emails. How dare they, right? So what happens is Daniel has an automated email that goes out and automatically responds, or at least I think it's automated, right? So here's what happens. Hey, Dr. So-and-so, reaching out to see if you had a chance to look at this. Thanks. Okay? What happens? Nothing. Okay? Still no response. So what does he do? Well, he goes and sends another email. Like, I don't mean to be a pest, but maybe you haven't seen my previous emails. Would you be interested in seeing the video I made for you as to why your top 3 competitors are ranking you competitor 1, 2, 3? If so, reply with yes. And the guy goes ahead and says, sure, send us a video. Nice and simple. Here you go. Includes a link. Exactly the same as before. It's a landing page. It has the name. Then it says, watch this video I made for you. There's a video embedded below, which looks like a YouTube embed, and then below that is Calendly, which is a free version by the looks of it, because it says powered by Calendly, and it's embedded, so you can click it and you can book in a 15-minute call. The guy goes ahead and books in that call. You can see the confirmation here, basically a notification email from Calendly confirming that call. And basically sends another reminder saying, hey, this is a reminder for the call scheduled in to go over the proposal. So actually this is another call. So he gets on that 15-minute call, goes, well, the schedule in a proposal. He sends an email afterwards. Guys, this is really basic advice, but every time you schedule in a call, send a reminder. Ideally, even better, get their mobile phone number and send them a text or SMS, right, before on the day of the call. It'll massively boost the show up rate, okay? But basically, he's confirming the proposal call, and then he goes ahead and gets the client signed. This is hello sign. He sends a proposal there. They sign it and confirm it, and he's got a client, right? And that's basically how it works. It's just a matter of going out there, finding these businesses to go out there and email, sending the emails, and if they respond, then you go ahead and record a video. You go ahead and send that video over to them, and ideally they watch the video, they book in a strategy session. If not, then don't just throw away that lead. That person's put their hand up, they said they're interested. Go out there and get that money off them and help them out, because they actually need it, right? If you're sending an email to them, that means they're not ranking well. So go out there and actually help them, get them on a strategy session, and if they're qualified, then push them to a proposal. You should be closing anywhere from maybe 60 to 70% of your proposals if you qualify people correctly and you're doing a good job of your sales process. You don't need any testimonials or any of that crap, because you're educating them and showing that you actually know what you're talking about. Then you sign that client, and that's pretty much the whole process. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, if you go out there and you send just 24 emails a day, just like I showed you guys, and over a 90-day period, it's going to be 2,160 emails. With a 5% response rate, it's going to be 108 responses. And if just 1 in 10 of those people that email you back end up signing up for your service at only $1,000 a month, then that's $10,000 per month in the next 90 days, okay? That's what it's all about. That's why I love cold emails so much. So let me quickly grab a drink and answer a couple more questions, and I've got something really, really epic to show you guys, okay? Alright, cool. So, what about giving a phone call as a follow-up? Good idea or no? Phone calls are amazing for follow-up for people that put their hands up, okay? Don't do it for people that you just sent your initial email to, but definitely go out there and do it for people that have said they're interested, received a video, watched a video, things like that. If they haven't booked a call, yeah, give them a call, why not? Now, how much do you wait before you follow up with the automated emails? I think our initial automated emails, I think we're doing it like 2 or 3 days in between, okay? When we send the emails, if we have an agency, should we send out agency info, come off as a one-man operation? Dude, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter, okay? So, guys, I'm going to come back to the questions, but here's something really freaking epic, okay? So I want to show you guys this because this is my first ever live stream, and I want to hook you guys up with something really epic, okay? So if you guys want to learn more about this stuff, I have a program called Agency Immersion, and if you saw the examples, Daniel at the end, and also Kenneth, actually both of those guys, Ken as well, are students of my Agency Immersion program, which is how they learn how to send these emails, how to follow up, and all that sort of crap, okay? They learn all of that, how to sell over the phone. All of that is inside this program. It's basically an A to Z program for starting an agency, bringing in high-paying, low-maintenance clients, right? That's what it's all about. The easier they are to manage. You can send like like email to them a month and they're happy, that's what it's all about, right? So if you guys have seen me mention this program before, you probably saw me say it's a $1,997 program, right? It's almost a $2,000 program, okay? That's like that's not one of those like made up like guru prices. Oh, you have a $2,000 program, but you're not gonna be paying that, right? It's actually like people actually paid $2,000 for this program. Okay, this is not BS. Okay, and look, guys, like I want to hook you guys up with something really epic today. So I've set up a deal. I'm gonna mention it, right? So it's not $2,000 for you guys today because you're on the stream. Because I love you guys. It's live, and I'm excited to actually try this shit out. Okay, so no, you guys are gonna be paying $997 today. In fact, it's not even $97. I've hooked you guys up with a really epic deal, and I'm going to explain in just a moment how this works, but I want to give you guys access to my agency immersion program completely free, okay? And I'm super excited to get you guys in this. So let me explain what the program is, and then explain why I'm going to be doing this, okay? So agency immersion is basically my training where I teach all this stuff, okay? So in a lot more detail. There's only so much I can cram into what's been like an hour so far, nearly, okay? So there's only so much I can really fit into this time, right? So agency immersion is basically everything else. So it starts with the basics, like we mentioned, choosing a niche and everything at the beginning, how to determine your niche and your services and everything like that, what exactly you're selling, whether you do like pay per lead or whether you do like a retainer or anything like that, right? So that's gonna be like as in module 1. In module 2, we have like agency setup, so it shows you how to set up your agency, how to get your first clients, everything like that. Just the essential stuff basically to get your agency, and then it gets into the interesting stuff, okay? So how to go out there and do prospecting, how to determine which businesses to contact, how to find the business owner's name and everything like that. So this is actually completely undervalued. It's probably the most important part of the whole thing. Like most people don't realize how important it is to qualify people correctly before you start sending them emails, okay? So this little tiny step here, prospecting, is one of the most important parts of the whole process, okay? You need to make sure you're sending emails to the correct people, okay? Then outreach, and this is basically what we covered in this webinar, in this live stream even, which is how to go out there and send the emails, how to follow up. And not just emails, guys. Emailing is one way of doing it, but why not follow up with people that have expressed interest by sending them a letter to their door, or a lumpy mail letter or something like that? Or getting on a forum and posting there. It's not a way of following up, it's a different way of getting clients, like posting in the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Or cold calling, right? So give people a call. People that have watched your video and you haven't booked a call with you, just literally just call them up and say, hey, like John, I saw you watch it. I mean, you have to be stalkerish, maybe you don't have to tell them you saw you watch your video, but even if you want to, you can do that too, right? But follow up with those people, because if they've watched your video, they're extremely interested, okay? So that's basically in module 4. It's the best module in the whole thing. Then module 5 is basically my sales process, which is what we covered today, how to go out there and you educate them on why they should buy from you. Basically that's what it's about, called the educated close technique, educated close system. And it's going to show you how to sell deals and close over the phone, even if you're a complete nerd just like myself. In module 6, it's going to show you how to deliver your services. So I'm going to give you, this is not as detailed as my other trainings, but basically a simple week-by-week plan to how to rank your clients, outsource stuff, create a video audit, something like that, okay? Then module 7 shows you how to manage the clients, okay? So simple fact, guys, if you sell someone $1,000 a month and they stay for 6 months, that's worth $6,000 to you. If you sell the exact same person $1,000 a month but keep them for 12 months, that's $12,000 to you, okay? So a little bit more money there if you can just manage your clients correctly, okay, and set the right expectations. And then we get a little bit more advanced, which you guys don't need to worry about just yet, but basically as you start scaling, you can go through like expert positions, position yourself as an expert so it becomes easier to grow. List building on lists, so you basically have a waiting list of people ready to give you money, and outsourcing, which is building up an epic team so they just do all this shit for you. So you can basically do what I do, where you walk into the office for like 3 or 4 hours, do a little bit of work, then leave, and that's basically all your work taken care of, okay? So that is my agency immersion program that I want to give you guys. But obviously, like you guys are asking, like, what's the catch here, okay? So let me just be completely transparent about all this stuff, okay? So the catch is that I want to ethically bribe you guys into joining my scientific rankings community, okay? So this is a coaching community I put together where I basically help SEOs grow their business, okay? So inside this membership, basically, you get one-on-one personal coaching from me. So imagine that you had my direct email address, okay? And I have a really sneaky one that basically nobody has except for people on my team and my family. And imagine that you have my email address, and every time you had a question, you could email me your question. You could email me whenever you get stuck. You can email me whenever you need feedback, a second opinion. You can email me whenever you're like low on motivation, need some accountability. You can email me on anything like that. Basically, anything to do with your business. Anytime something comes up, you send me an email, and you 100% guaranteed every single time that I will respond to you. How much would that be worth to your business, right? Well, that's what you get inside Sign Up Rank. It's not my email address. It's inside a private members forum. You can literally just jump in there and go into the section, the one-on-one coaching section, ask me a question, and I'm there basically every single day answering people's questions and helping people out. It's basically one-on-one private coaching with myself, okay? On top of that, you get live monthly trainings every single month on business and lifestyle. This is from me, where I basically teach stuff. I think last month I taught how to sell pay-per lead deals. So if you want to do pay-per lead instead of monthly retainers for $1,000 a month or so, then that's all inside last month's training. The month before that, I showed how to go out there and get basically I call it the low-hanging fruit pay-per lead technique, where you go out there and rank for super low competition terms. You get a pay-per lead deal that pay you, say, $20 a lead. Then you basically promote this offer nationally and stuff like that. Promote it, make a bunch of money, and it's just a nice, easy way of making like a few $1,000s a month with like very little effort once it's up and running, okay? So that's what sort of things I teach in my monthly trainings. You also get a monthly training from Amanda Sines, who is just an absolute baller. I don't know how much he's making these days, but he's crushing it. Multiple six-figure SEO agency, and he shows basically live training every month on how he's like setting expectations for his client, how he's doing managing the deliverables, how he's delivering the services, and all that sort of cool stuff. We also get a monthly training from Rob Atkinson, who basically he's an Amazon affiliate whiz. He really crushes it, and yeah, basically just show you how to build up Amazon affiliate sites, everything like that. Martin asks, I'm already a member of Scientific Rankers. Dude, if you're already in Scientific Rankers, you already have access to it. Just log into it now, and it's all in there, okay? You don't need to buy it again. You've already got it, okay? So you get the training from Rob Atkinson, and of course you get our private members forum, where you can jump in there and you can ask questions, network people, mastermind, collaborate, everything like that, okay? So that's what you get as a member of Scientific Rankers, okay? But there's actually even more than this, okay? So on top of this, you also get my educated closed system. So all our members get access to basically every single course that we have, okay? So you get access to the educated closed system also, where it's basically step-by-step how to sell. I don't want to waste a ton of time on this, but basically, guys, if you're on the phone, you're like, how exactly do I qualify them? What questions do I ask? Or you're going through the presentation, like, how do I present this the best way? How do I explain this the best way? Or it gets to the end and you're like, okay, how do I close? Well, there's closes in there, exactly how to close the deal. There's exactly like different, like multiple examples of how to ask for the sale at the end. There's multiple examples of questions to ask, okay, and why they work, and how to follow up to each question based on their answer, and how to handle their objections. What do you do, guys, if you go through this whole presentation and they're really interested, but they ask you a question and say, I don't know, like, it could be maybe not even a question, maybe like, I need to think about this, or I need to speak to my business partner, or anything like that, right? So all the scripts are step-by-step inside the training, how to close the deals. You also get my expanded training on cold emailing, where I call it cold email secrets. So it's basically how to go out there and do prospecting, how to do cold email, and how to follow up, and how to write effective emails. There's an additional 3 hours, I think, of training here called cold email secrets. It all expands on this. And if you're worried about how to rank your clients, then I got you covered there as well. I got my ranking blueprint training. This is, gosh, I don't even know, like 40, 50 videos, something like that, or maybe more. And it's basically step-by-step how to rank, okay? So I go through a step-by-step ranking process. You guys can just take away and follow it step-by-step to rank your clients, show you how to do keyword research on a very, very advanced level. Not only just like this doesn't just show you the theory behind it, then we actually jump into Ahrefs and just walk you through step-by-step how to actually do it inside the tools with real over-the-shoulder training. For setting up your sites, for doing on-page SEO, for link building. So if you bring in a client, you know, like, for sure they can actually deliver results. You're not just stuck like selling them and then stuck with having to like somehow deliver. You have no idea what to do, okay? If you're not sure about how to rank the clients, then Ranking Blueprint will cover you there. And on top of that, guys, basically you're also going to get my virtual assistant playbook, where if you want to build up VAs, like basically run your business for you, I'm going to show you how to do that. You get Nemania's PBN mastery training, where it shows you step by step how to build powerful yet safe PBNs in 2018. And you get Rob Atkinson's $0 to $500 a month Amazon affiliate training. So if you want to use some of this money that you're making from the clients and invest that into building up Amazon affiliate sites, then he's going to show you step by step how to do that, okay? So basically, guys, to quickly recap, because there's a whole bunch of stuff, right? You're going to get an agency immersion program. It's a $1,997 course. Literally, that's what we sell it for. You're going to get the educated closed system. You're going to get cold email secrets. You're going to get ranking blueprint. You're going to get the VA playbook program. You're going to get PBM Mastery 2.0. You get Rob's $0 to $500 a month affiliate training. You get a monthly trainings archive. Okay, so we'll be doing scientific rankings now for over a year. There's over a year of webinars in there now. You can go back through and watch as many as you want. And it's I think over 30 hours of training in there. Okay. Then on top of that, you're going to get, it's actually 12 months, I miswrote that, 12 months access to the Scientific Rankers membership, free live training webinars every month, the one-on-one coaching, everything like that, for 12 months. And basically, all of that, excluding the end stuff because it's like invaluable, right? So the real world value, if you want to buy all these courses separately, would be $8,076, okay? That's what we actually sold these courses for separately, right? And because you guys are on the stream today, I'm going to hook you guys up with this for just $1,497, right? And what this means is you get 12 months full access. You get 12 months full access to Scientific Rankings as normal, plus you get agency immersion and all these courses free as a member. And if you ever cancel your membership, you can keep agency immersion, okay? You don't have to renew anything like that. You can keep agency immersion for forever. So you basically just paying $1,497 once. And if you decide to cancel, if the whole 12 months membership isn't great for you, then cancel it and you can keep agency immersion forever, okay? So it's a $2,000 course anyway that you're getting $500 cheaper, but you're also on top of that getting all these other courses for a whole year's access to try them out and benefit from them, plus a whole year's one-on-one coaching from me. So that's 12 months full access for this one payment of $1,497. And guys, look, you've already seen like all these testimonials and stuff. I don't really need to show this, right? From Guy Cottrell, from Kenneth, from Chad, making $75K in a day. Nate, who's got a client paying him $7,250 a month. Aslam there, who's he said coming close to 14K. This was like a year or two ago. He's way above that now. And Jared, 5 deals in one day, right? So the question to ask yourselves, guys, is what do you want your life to look like in 12 months time, right? Like if you went through this and you had me every step of the way, coaching you along the way. So you send these emails and say, hey Daryl, I'm stuck, like I'm not getting the responses I want, right? And I look over and say, okay, here's what you need to change. Or maybe like someone responds a certain way, you're not sure how to answer it. You just message me the email and I'll show you how exactly to respond to it. If you had me personally coaching you for 12 months through that whole process, every single time you're stuck, you just hit me up, said, hey Daryl, I'm stuck with this, what do I do? And I personally answered it. How much do you think that would influence your results and your whole life in 12 months time, right? Imagine what that would do for you. And basically, if that's worth it, which I think this should be a no-brainer to anyone, if and only if you won't take massive action, you're gonna like sit on your ass and do nothing, this isn't gonna help you anyway. But if you're ready to take massive action and you want me to personally help you, then you can join Scientific Rankings today for just one payment of $1,497. That's 12 months full access. You're gonna get access to my personal coaching plus all this training. And like I said, if you decide to cancel, then agency immersion is basically free. You can have it lifetime access, okay? So if you decide that it's not for you, you can cancel and you can keep agency immersion, and obviously you get the whole year's membership anyway. So to head over to scientificrankings.com/live if you guys want to get access to that right now. That's only for the stream, so I'm going to pull this down after the stream is done because the membership is currently on a waiting list system and everything like that, okay? But basically, that's what I got for you guys. If you want to learn more about this, then that's honestly the best training you'll find. I'm extremely biased. It's my training, I know. But you guys have probably seen the testimonials over and over again over the last, I've been teaching this now for like probably well over a year, I think. And it's just been really amazing seeing all the results from some of these different guys I showed you in this webinar, going out there and getting $1,000 a month clients, $3,000 a month clients. Some of these guys like 75K of deals in one day. That's insane. So if you want to see how these guys are doing it, just head over to scientificrankings.com/live and you can see exactly exact training that a lot of these guys went through. And yeah, you get a whole year's personal coaching with me. That's the insane thing. I used to charge, I think it was $15K a year. And for about $15K a year, it was a little bit less, I think, but around that $15K a year, you would get on the phone with me every 2 weeks for an hour, and I'd personally coach people, okay? And like those guys loved it; they got a ton of value out of it, and I canceled it. I didn't really like the time commitment. But this is very easy because on my phone, I just literally pull up my phone every day. I just answer the questions, and this is really awesome. So if you guys want to have me personally helping you out every time you get stuck, you need any accountability for that, then that's it. I don't want to do a hard pitch. But I just know how much this helps you guys out. So if you want to join it, then scientificrankings.com/live. I'm going to leave that up until the stream ends, basically. And yeah, you guys have any questions whatsoever about the membership or just about the whole process and everything like that, I'm going to stick around. It's only like 9 p.m. Actually finished this a little bit earlier than expected. So I'm going to stick around for a little bit, answer some questions, hang out, chat with you guys. So fire away, honestly. I'd love to help you guys out. Whether you're at the stage yet where you can afford to invest this or not, it doesn't matter. Really, I just appreciate you guys tuning in, and I know this training can help you guys out. I've helped a bunch of people, so why not offer it? I'd be a terrible, terrible marketer if I didn't at least put in an offer. If there's no pitch, then I don't think I qualify as a marketer of any kind, right? Yeah, I'm quickly grab a drink and I'm gonna continue answering some questions. Let's see. Paul said you won't get material like this for free, but you will make money if you apply his teachings and will pay for itself within 90 days if you're serious. Paul, I really appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what results any of you guys are going to get, like from the free training, from the paid training. I literally cannot guarantee anything, okay? But if you just take action, even on the free stuff, even if this isn't for you, if you don't want to invest, you're not comfortable investing $1,500 yet, that's totally fine, man. Just make sure you're actually doing this. Like I showed you guys the numbers before. Just try and send 24 emails a day. Just don't give up on that, and you'll do well. Do you use any kind of virtual phone services? I'm asking because I'm focusing on clients in a different country, and my basic phone plan won't allow me to have lengthy overseas calls. We use Skype. Probably not the best solution, but we're using Skype. Sometimes the call quality is kind of iffy, but we have a good internet connection. It's usually pretty reliable. What's the highest keyword you've ever ranked for? Like, I mean, search volume per month. You don't have to say niche or anything. Dude, nothing crazy, to be honest. I'm mostly doing local SEO stuff. I've done a few national stuff, but I don't even know, like 50,000, stuff like that a month. Nothing crazy at all. My whole process basically is about going after the easiest keywords I can possibly go after and making as much money as I possibly can from as little effort as I possibly can. That's pretty much what I'm all about. If I can go out there and rank in like a local area with a few thousand searches a month and make, I don't know, thousands, 10,000 a month or something like that, then I'm happy with that. I don't really care that much about doing difficult work. Daryl, quick question that I think you missed previously. In the UK, all invoices that would be generated by us are 100% tax deductible, while many say they'll mention it. Surely it makes sense to add. For sure, of course it's tax deductible. I mean, every business owner should really know that it's tax deductible. They're investing in their business, right? We also, in the UK, should definitely be registered for VAT, because businesses can claim that back, of course, if they're registered. So I think it's pretty if you're selling it in the UK and not VAT registered, it's going to actually damage your ability to sell, in my opinion. DGB, do you handle the selling process yourself still, or do you have a team that does it for you now? I have, I don't know if he's on the stream, but CJ on my team, he basically does all the stuff for me now. I'm just the laziest guy ever. I basically just sit around and just boss people around and tell them what to do, and they basically do all the work for me. That's much more my thing. I ranked #1 for online casino for a while. Dude, that's awesome. I've not ranked anything like that. That's baller. Can you talk a bit more about your follow-up, the emails you schedule into autoresponder after the cold email? Basically, it's like these guys showed you earlier, like in this case studies. It's basically just simple sort of emails, just saying, like, hey, have you had a chance to see this yet? The trick to it is that you always want to presume that they have never seen your previous email, okay? There's a solid chance that they never saw your first email you sent. So a big mistake people make is they say, hey, have you seen the previous email? And you don't say anything else, okay? So just recap what you said in that first email, just in case you didn't say it, just in case you didn't see it, and try and make it fun, okay? So we had a really good response rate from an email, which is something like, asking them like to respond like yes, like I'm interested, or no, like screw you, Daryl, I don't care, or something like that, right? And just by adding that little line, it got a better response rate, and people kind of, I don't know, a bit more humor, a bit more personality in it, right? People didn't want to respond saying screw you, okay? So just little things like that make it a little bit more interesting. How long have you been in SEO for? I started actually quite a while ago. I guess it adds up, man. I started in 2013. I had a local guy come and ask me for SEO services, and I didn't really know SEO. I did a little bit AdWords at the time, and I was like, dude, this guy's got money, I'm broke, and he's offering me money. He's like, worst case scenario, I'll give him his money back, but I may as well try it out. And it was, I think, May 2013, around that sort of time. I had to buy a course on how to actually get him results because I had no idea what I was doing. So good old Viper Chill had my back then. He had a training just coming out at that same sort of time. He taught me how to rank PBNs and everything like that. It was really cool. Let's see what else we got. Thanks for your presentation. One question: you say that you take around 1K per month per client. I'm wondering how you can do a decent SEO for them, because outreach and building decent links definitely costs. Oh, for sure, dude. If you're doing outreach links, you have to charge a few thousand a month. We're doing PBNs, so $1,000 a month is fine. But to be honest, like, charge more than $1,000 a month if you can. It's not that much money. It's a starting rate. I like to use that as a number to start people off, because if I say like go out there and get $3,000 a month clients, which I named the stream, but most people kind of freak out when they see that and don't think they can do it. So I like to kind of say 1,000. It sounds somewhat reasonable. Some people still think that's insane, but no, it's at least somewhat believable. How do you automate emails, software or SaaS name? We're using Mailshake right now. So Mailshake.com maybe? I don't even know. Mailshake is a SaaS solution. There's a bunch of others. There's QuickMail. I think some other people mentioned a bunch of others earlier. I don't even know. To use a helium balloon. Is my voice that bad? No. I have no idea. I read your SEO client getter method in a Ahrefs blog. I believe implementing that will get me clients. Dude, it's the exact same thing I just taught today, basically. I just expanded on some stuff in this one, and that guide also expands on stuff in a lot more detail also. Same stuff. Really cool. I'm going to answer a few last questions, then going to head out, because it's 9:15 p.m. and I don't know. It's not really a reason. I just want to head out. So, guys, again, if you want to get access to scientific rankings today for that deal, you get free access to agency immersion plus all our other courses that we have, basically, for a year's access to everything. And even if you decide to cancel after that, you can keep agency immersion, lifetime access for that. Just head over. The link's in the description below the video as well. It's over at scientificrankings.com/live. And again, it's just one payment of $1,497. If you're really desperate to join and it's completely out of your reach, then drop my team an email, support@linezero.com, and maybe they can split it into like 2 payments over like a 6-month basis, so you pay 6 months up front. But you have to ask them for that. How do you drum up the courage to set the big price proposals in place? I feel that going too high is going to turn the client cold. Okay, good question, man. So my first ever client, I sent them an email with a proposal because I didn't have the guts to get on the phone, because I would have been shaken if I did, or if I met them. I actually met the guy before that. I would have been shaken if I kind of sent him, if I did a call or met him in person, okay? So I sent him an email. That was a mistake. I got the client anyway that time, but I lost a lot of clients doing it that way, okay? So what I don't know, man. You just kind of get used to it. I don't really have a good answer for that. You gotta think about it compared to the value that you're adding, right? So yeah, you're charging like, I don't know, $1,000 a month or something like that. But when you understand that they're gonna make $10,000 off of that, or $20,000 off of that, or $30,000 off of that, it's not really that expensive to go out there and charge them $1,000 a month, okay? And like even like a basic job, like $1,000 a month is not that much money, okay? So I don't know, man. You just kind of get used to it by doing it a few times. But you'll get to the like. One thing I did is built my way up, okay? So my first client wasn't $1,000 a month. It was more in the region of like 800-ish. And I just built up and up and up and up, okay? If I have to go on the phone now and pitch someone for $10,000 a month, it's just normal. It's not really stressful, but I built my way up to that. If you just try to sell that on day one, you're gonna freak out and it's not really gonna work that well. How do you retain clients? get them rankings, keep in touch, and just set the most important thing is expectations. Set the expectations correctly from day one. The biggest mistake people have is a client will leave them because they're not happy with what's happening, and usually because they didn't set the expectations right initially. Okay, so the client will leave after 3 months saying I'm not ranking well yet, and like it's only 3 months because they didn't set the right expectations. So be very, very clear on what exactly is going to happen, how long things are going to take, how well you're going to communicate with them, everything like that from day one during the sales process. Have fun in Japan. I appreciate it, man. I'm really excited for it, and I've never been before, so if it's awesome, like this trip's just to Osaka. If it's really awesome, I'm gonna go to Tokyo next, probably, maybe even this year again. Why not? I like traveling, but I'm excited, man. Thank you for that. Thanks for your helpful answer. Sorry, I'm screwing up now. Just one more. When you get new clients, mostly I see that the on-page SEO, the clients, is a total mess. How do you deal with that? Fix it. That's part of the job. I mean, you have to convince them to change their site first, which is not easy. No, you take access to the site and usually fix it for them. Ideally, they're doing WordPress, they're using WordPress, something like that, so you can do it yourself, okay? But even if they have to change it themselves, they have a web developer or something like that, then just like the whole selling point that I go for is that I'm an expert. They're not paying me as some little like bellboy they can run around and tell what to do. They're paying me because I'm good at what I do. Right? They're not going to find anyone that's as good as me at what I do, okay? So they're paying me for my expertise. So if I tell them to do something, then they better be willing and ready to do it. That's basically the sort of expectations that I'm setting. I mentioned before, expectations, right? That's the expectations I set from day one, is that they're paying me as an expert, not to tell me what to do, okay? What kind of contract do you need then? I don't. I just have month to month. It's ideal if you did a contract, if you can close it and everything. I just don't. I should probably, but I just don't. How do you upsell? I mean, you kind of do it after you start getting some results and stuff like that. You just send them, like, get on the call with them basically. You're probably going to be doing calls anyway, and just offer them something else. Like, hey, like this is probably going to help you out. It's not that difficult because you already got a relationship with them. It's not anything fancy. You can also do it right after you close the deal. As well. So after they're buying something, hey, would you want me to add this? But normally, if you're selling like a retainer or something like that, you're going to do it after a little while, after you start showing them some sort of results. Charge the client $3K a month over 6 months. They then saw 800% growth over that time. They're paying $5K a month previously, and at the end of the contract, didn't renew even after $500K. Dude, some people are absolutely nuts. I have no idea. It just happens. It really sucks, but it just happens. Some people cancel for no. I've had guys like, yeah, I'm really loving working together, making money. It's all profitable, but yeah, I don't think you're going to continue. It's like, what the heck is wrong with you? But whatever. It just happens sometimes. Just some people are crazy. Suck it up. Should I reveal my age? I'm 15. I mean, you're probably gonna be able to tell if you hear your voice, but I wouldn't deliberately make a point to bring it up, for sure. What theme are you using on scientific rankings? Like the payment method, which you do, how do you do it? The theme for the site is Thrive Themes. It's just like the Thrive Architect thing. We have a designer that builds it all, and then we're using Thrive Cart for the payments, which is actually completely unrelated to Thrive Themes. It just happen to use the same name. What do you do if they deny to pay you after achieving the results? All you do to get paid up front. We charge them up front for each month, so that doesn't really happen. How much does it cost to outsource the SEO if I'm charging $1,000 a month? Well, it doesn't really matter how much you're charging. It matters how much it's going to cost you. That's the more important thing. So ideally, you charge enough, really, that you're making a good budget. But I don't know. Like ideally, if you charge someone $1,000 a month, then you're going to be profiting maybe like 30 to 40% of that, and then you spend the rest on the actual services. And obviously, some of that is also your time that you got to account for as well. I read your SEO client getting method in Eric Trust's blog. I believe you're implementing that. I think I already read that, didn't I? But where can I outsource the service? Oh, okay. Dude, it's a tough question. There's a bunch of outsourcing companies. I don't know. Join the Facebook groups, jump in the lines, your mastermind, stuff like that. Network with people, see who's doing good shit and who's got a white label service or anything like that. Or find a partner and do it that way, okay? But guys, one more question, I think. If anyone has one final question, and then I'm gonna head off. It's 9:23 p.m. over here in Vietnam, so I'm gonna go chill, and I think that I don't really have anything to do. I have a very, very fascinating life, guys. You should really try and live my lifestyle, where I basically just like sit around playing video games and shit all day while my team do all the work. It's a very, very interesting life. But yeah, if you guys have one more question, and I'll happily answer that, and then I'm gonna head off. Where do you get your domain scraped for PBNs? Can't answer that question because we don't scrape domains anymore. We have guys going through auctions and everything like that, and they basically buy them at auction. We pay hundreds of dollars usually per domain, but it's worth it and they're decent quality. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up with that question. Let me see. Okay, it's very easy to click stop streaming. All right, cool. I hope you guys got some value out of this. Actually, before I head off, guys, can you give me like a one or something? Just say something in the chat to say that you got some value out of this. It's actually helpful. I didn't just waste an hour and a half of my time talking to a microphone in an empty room for no reason. Let me know you actually got some value out of this, and if you're interested to see more training like this, and maybe I can try and do some more live trainings and stuff just like this in the future, because that'd be really, really awesome. All right, awesome. I appreciate it, Ivan, DGB, Hugh, Alex, and everyone else. There's a bit of a delay, but yeah, cool, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys on the next live stream or the next interview or next training or anything that we do. All right.